Zweihander Reforged Edition is now on Kickstarter. What is the Reforged Edition, though? Well, it's a comprehensive remaster of the Zweihander tabletop role-playing game, filled with all new content built upon the 2022 starter kit and the original books. According to the Kickstarter, over half the book has been updated to include new content and have more streamlined rules for play. This new edition has been refined with over 6 years of gameplay insights, community feedback, and a ton of playtesting. I should know, I've been one of the playtesters for over a year. I want to talk today about what the Zweihander Reforged Kickstarter is all about, and if you'd like to look as well, I put a link to the campaign in the thing below. But before we get started here, I should give a disclaimer. World of Game Design has paid me to make this video. The joke's on them, because there's no way I wasn't going to talk at length about a project that I contributed to. That's right, I am now a professional writer. My name is on the Kickstarter. Okay, with that out of the way, let's get started. First, who's running the Kickstarter for Zweihander Reforged Edition? Well, the game is now under new ownership. World of Game Design, who owns Zweihander after purchasing the rights to it from Daniel Fox in 2023, has joined forces with Daniel himself to run this particular Kickstarter. Both World of Game Design and Daniel have a history of successful Kickstarters, so I have zero doubts as to whether or not this is going to make it across the finish line. Speaking of the finish line, what's the goal? $10,000, which I believe is extremely doable. Alright, more important to me than who is running the Kickstarter and its overall goal, I want to talk about who has worked on the game itself. For designers, we have Daniel D. Fox, Anna Goldberg, Kate Bullock, Adam Rose, and Nick O'Hare, all of whom have worked on previous iterations of Zweihander in the past. Now for artists, we have Dejan Mandic returning to Zweihander. Dejan's pencil art has defined the dark fantasy world of Zweihander for years, and we can see numerous works by him throughout the Kickstarter page. Now, in addition to Dejan's art, we have coloring by Eric Alsander and a gorgeous cover art by Yorgos Katronis. The woman depicted here is Leor Eckhart, the estranged daughter of a familiar character from Zweihander lore, Danziger Eckhart, who my table calls Dancing Girl Eggcart purely to annoy our game master Daniel. Alright. In addition to designers and artists, the book is supported by a number of writers, including Danny Lee Grimes, Eric Alsander, Patrick Reyes, Stephen Hamilton, Will Tramp, that's me, Zach Goings, and Zach Goins, who are in fact different people. The book has been produced overall by Jared Nielsen. Okay, knowing who worked on the project is definitely important to me, but also important to any consumer is knowing what we are going to get for our hard-earned money. And if you're an early bird backer of the players tier, or higher, meaning you back in the first 48 hours, you're going to get some exclusive rewards. First, there is a special Skeletal Beast Boss Fight digital release. In addition, early backers will also receive an STL file for the bridge train and the Skeletal Beast miniature from that mini adventure. Now, finally, early bird adopters are receiving an exclusive Zweihander patch. You know what? Most importantly, early bird backers receive a discount on a number of the tiers. Okay, let's talk about the tiers, these pledge levels. For those looking to dip their toes in or just prefer PDFs, they have the digital book level at $20. This will get you a copy of the book, a character sheet, and 3 STL files for Zweihander minis, which is great for 3D printers like me. Alright, now the physical book. While the MSRP is looking like $70, the Kickstarter has this for only $48, which is over 30% off. This also includes a tearaway pad filled with survivor sheets and everything from the digital tier. Now coming in next is the Player's Kit tier, which comes with everything in the hardcover tier with a set of custom dice. Now the MSRP on this is about $100, but the Kickstarter price is only $68, making this 32% off. Now, if the Player's Kit is coming with all of that, what are Game Masters getting? Well, the Game Masters Kit comes with the book, the pad, and the dice, but they also come with fortune coins and a Game Master screen and cards for injuries and afflictions, as well as the digital copies of the book. The MSRP on this is $175, but the Kickstarter knocks off 30% of the price, so you can get it for about $115. Now, the Collector's Kit tier takes everything from the Game Masters tier and also adds in the book being upgraded to a limited edition version, and it also adds in a t-shirt of the Skeletal Beast and a complete set of 20 STL files for you printers out there. This comes in at $180, which is 30% off of the MSRP of $260. Alright, but finally, we have the biggest baddest tier of them all, the ultimate fan tier, coming in at $425. This tier is for US customers only. Now, not only do you get everything from the collector's tier, the book, the shirt, the dice, the screen, the pad, the PDFs, the STLs, the cards, and the coins, but you also get a limited edition poster and a freaking sword. A freaking two-handed sword. As awesome as the sword is, I'm not sure that I need one of those because I already have this one from the Main Gauche Kickstarter.
Will, that guy's back again!
What? Ah!
Hey! What are you doing? I'm putting trash in your lawn. What are you gonna do about it? Tiny sword?
Tiny sword.
Ultimate fan.
Okay, I can see the need. There are a lot of great options here. Personally, for the value, I think I'll be backing the Game Master kit. While I will miss out on a few of the special items listed in the collector's tier, and Daniel is definitely going to make me give him his sword back, I think the Game Master tier has the best combination of items to use at my table on a regular basis. Now, with the exception of the Ultimate Fan tier, shipping not only includes the United States, Canada, and the European Union, but there's also an option for anywhere in the entire world. That's right, Antarctica players, your time has come. In addition to the tiers I listed, there's also a retail tier and a whole list of add-ons in case you're wanting to grab some of those special items, but maybe you aren't able to commit to the higher tiers to get them. Okay, next, let's take a look at stretch goals. At $15,000, all backers will be getting a brand new adventure, The Chateau, added into the core rulebook. This adventure is by Lori Mayala and Daniel D. Fox. Lori Mayala is a blogger and an RPG designer whose credits include Apocalypse World and Fiasco. At $28,000, all of the dice that come with the player's kit tier and above are upgraded to bone. Real human bones. It's not human bones. How cool is that? Bone dice. All right, when the project reaches $38,000, backers will receive 4 digital adventures added to their pledge. When the Kickstarter reaches $45,000, the collectors and Ultimate Fan tier will get an update to the collector's edition of the core rulebook, Gilded Pages. At $53,000, all backers of the hardcover will see a massive upgrade to the book, Smythe sewn lay-flat binding, and our first ribbon marker. And finally, at least for right now, if you look really closely at the graphic, you can see that when the campaign reaches $68,000, all backers will see 3 new ancestries added to the book. The Selkin, an aquatic folk, the Dhampir, descended from the blood of vampires, and the Vargur, a wolf-like people. Looking at the Kickstarter, though, it's pretty clear more stretch goals were planned, but have not yet been revealed. It looks like Zweihander is keeping a few items close to their chest, but I, for one, am excited to see these all get unlocked as the campaign moves forward. Of the stretch goals listed thus far, I would have to say I'm most looking forward to the bone dice. I mean, obviously, but even if they aren't made from the bones of my enemies. You know, I'm also really excited about the book binding. I know it's an odd thing for me to gush over, but the ability to lay a book down flat without having to put something on top of it or having to constantly hold it is pretty darn awesome. It's a nice quality of life improvement. Plus, we can never lose when a good solid ribbon is added to a book. I'm hoping it's red. Okay, this Kickstarter ends on Thursday, April 11th, so we have 30 days. But when is the estimated shipping date? Well, it's February of 2025, so we only have to wait 11 months before getting our hands on this. Of course, it's Kickstarter, and all kinds of things can happen to delay any project, but the last Kickstarter Zweihander completed was for the starter kit in 2022, and that shipped out right on time to backers, so I have no doubt that we will be receiving these in a timely manner. Okay, that's about it. I'm really excited about this crowdfunding venture, but as I said before, I was a contributor on this project, so I am pretty biased. Now, if you plan on backing, and you can do so through the link I put in the thing below, I highly recommend doing so within the first 48 hours to not only get the early bird rewards, but also to save yourself a couple of bucks. And if you aren't able to get in on the early bird, you should still consider backing, because the game is good, and the prices are reasonable. And again, I wrote for it, so that's basically enough of a reason right there, right? Look, keep an eye out on my channel for more videos discussing this Kickstarter, including a Make a Survivor session, my top 5 rules in this iteration, and a list of the 10 best new additions to Reforged. That all aside, I want to thank you for joining me as I took a look through this Kickstarter, and I really hope to see you soon.